Hi, welcome back for another video. Thank you all for the support, comments, likes on the previous videos, and especially the comments. I'm really hoping that we can knit together as a community, and a lot of this feedback is helpful for me and for other people. Like I said, I got a lot out of watching videos from coaches, but I got more out of the comments, and this is where I thought I'd come in with my videos from a person that has dated an avoidant, has the experience, and basically can get the community to interact with each other a little bit more, and hopefully we can support each other through the breakups and the relationships, and how to get on with life, or just continue living with an avoidant if that's what you choose to do. So yeah, thank you once again. And this particular video, I'm always guessing at what to do next. I have so many videos in my mind, and where I'm going to approach it. But this is more about the characteristics of an avoidant, and this differs a little bit from some of the coaches. A lot of the coaches will talk about, when the avoidant pulls away, you pull away. When the avoidant comes to close, you get close, etc. And you play this game of push and pull. It's not always that easy, and this is where I'll come to this particular video. So I'll explain a few of the characteristics and why that doesn't always work, and why, whether it's secure or anxious people, or even an avoidant with an avoidant, will find that just can't always work. We know the hot and cold traits of an avoidant, and sometimes if they pull away and you pull away, it just makes it worse. So it's not the only solution. Is there a solution? I'm not sure of that either, but let's get into this particular video. So when you first get together with an avoidant, everybody will possibly say, and this is what you hang on to through the whole relationship, how amazing everything is. You click on every level, everything's fantastic. And that's probably what then sets you up for maybe the biggest fail or disappointment coming down the tracks, when if it falls apart, and usually it is when it falls apart. So yes, you get the gaslighting. I found in the beginning, no matter what I said, I was right. Whatever I said, she found interesting. She agreed to. So if I like motorbike riding, she likes motorbike riding. If I like this particular food, she likes that particular food. And this is where you come to feel, oh my God, I've met my soulmate, because it just seems this is almost too good to be true. We later find out that it is. But you seem that you're connecting on a different level to what else you've never connected before. This slowly falls apart. So you get through that honeymoon bit and everything's great. You're texting each other all day. I didn't really get I love you. The closest I got to I love you is I think I'm falling for you. I got that once, and that was it. I brought up, I used to say I love you all the time. I got to a point where I felt comfortable saying it because it's what I felt, and I just knew it wasn't coming back. She had explained she isn't comfortable saying the word. I left it at that until our first breakup. On the second breakup, when I actually learnt about attachment styles and she was avoidant, I stopped saying it. But in the beginning, before I knew any of this, and most of us don't in the beginning, I just kept saying it. So the texts, I got a lot of I miss yous. This would blow up in my face later down the track when I used to say it, but in the beginning, I can't wait to see you. I'm so excited. I'm looking forward to catching up tonight. This whole thing of I can't be apart from you. And, once again, as anxious people, or, empaths or love addicts, I think I'm all of those things. This is all the things we want to feel and see and hear in a relationship. Somebody that's just attached to us as much as we're attached to them. And this is where what you do get to feel in the beginning, and it's so good. And then slowly but surely, it's not as frequent. You'll send the I miss you and you won't get one back, but it won't be a bad conversation. It just won't be reciprocated as such. I started to feel things had changed when the looking for faults came into play. So they start to look for faults, and it might be simple, but why are you cutting the bread like that? Do you need to cross your legs? Do you need to cross your arms? I even got told that I'm using the soap wrong. In the beginning, they creep in little by little. So you sort of accept, because you go, oh, look, I'm in a relationship and, we don't always all do things like the other person likes, and yeah, I'll change that. That's no big deal. Or I'll change this. And it just seems to keep crawling and more and more and more, to the point, like I brought up, I was like, can I do anything right? And then they regress a little bit. Oh God, I'm sorry. Yes, yeah, you're totally right. And that they get a little bit better for a little bit of period of time. And then this is the bit that I'd like to get some feedback on from other people. I feel from the comments that I've read, and I feel from my experience, that avoidance, it can be controversial, but are micro cheaters, emotional cheaters, that they're always looking for this attention elsewhere. So my ex came into this relationship with male friends, and that's fine. People can have male friends. I accept and understand that, and still, from an anxious person or a jealous person, it's a little bit hard to accept, but you've got to learn to deal with that. They will have friends, so will you, and etc. And if everything's above board, that's okay. But things weren't that easy. I'd started to, you quiz and question. You never meet these friends. Do they even know you exist? Some do, some don't. And I used to see frequent texts, like frequent texts. And I'd be going, well, if they know you're in a relationship, they should probably back off a little bit. But okay, so once again, benefit of the doubt. My ex used to love to post selfies of herself and put them on, and I'd started to notice that if you open up her Facebook, as in not, as friends, not me opening up hers, but looking at their friends, it'd be the same 4 to 5 guys constantly liking her posts, love hearts or blowing kisses. It's the same people all the time. The orbiters, if people don't know what orbiters are, the guys that hang around and wait for your girlfriend to be single. And then, once again, digging into it, most of the guys that were either her friends, I felt or found that they'd either been people that she'd been with in the past, or people that would be pretty much interested in being with her. And a lot of those people didn't even know she was in a relationship. She would never actually post a picture of the two of us anywhere. And she'd never put a relationship status or anything like that. So it would be difficult for people that didn't see us together or know us to assume that she is single. That's how most of her social media looked and came across anyway. This was, once again, unnerving for an anxious person, and made me always, like, okay, fair enough. Is she just doing this to get the attention? Does she like the attention, or am I reading too much into it? So, but it became a niggling point, especially when the phones used to light up in the messages, and you could sort of, if you put your head across, you go, okay, it's him again. Okay, well, all right. And you got to learn to sort of deal with it. But it got uncomfortable for me anyway, to the point that it started bringing in arguments. So I'd love to hear back from others. Do they found that their avoidant is, and not only avoidance microcheat, so let's get into that as well. A lot of other attachment styles will do that. So I'm not just trying to pigeonhole them as being the only people that do that, but is it part of their personalities to seek the attention? Is that their little bit of escape from freedom if they know others are interested? Is this that ability that they know that this relationship will fail in the back of their mind and keep somebody close, or some people close, so if it does fall apart, they've got somebody to run to and they don't have to feel alone? It's just something I'm interested in. I do get from all the comments that I'd previously read from other people, it is common to find this. Once again, I'd be interested to see. So that was a big part of what I went through, and was annoying from that point of view. Some good traits about them. I mean, my ex was extremely attractive, beautiful girl. Definitely gave a lot of time to her appearance. Her makeup, her dress, her fashion, being punctual was something big on her. She was amazing at her job. Her job was everything. So from that point of view, I think that's also brought a little bit into it. I felt that the job was more important than me. But I think their identity is their work and their job. They do it really well. Once again, open to feedback and comments on this, but I found that definitely everything would relay back to her job. Yeah, but I've got to get to work, or I've got to do this. But it was also, it's their escape a lot of the time. especially my ex, she traveled for work. So it was her chance to get away from me. And this is when I found myself in trouble, because in the beginning, when we started texting, there was a lot of that, I miss you. Later down the track, when I used to text, I miss you, I would get it thrown back at me. It's only been one day. I think I mentioned this in my previous videos. I really couldn't find an appropriate time to ever send that, because whenever I did, I really never got it back anymore, and it actually caused more dramas. So the other part, what avoidants say. So mine used to always say, "You're too much." So referring to the fact that, I'm overdoing it with the love things. That was saying I love you, or saying I miss you, or wanting to catch up quickly and soon and see each other and go out and do things. And the other is, always came up, even in a relationship and before that when I knew her, is I always feel like I'm going to be alone. And I used to, really not understand it, even when she was single, because I'd go, well, you're just too gorgeous, you're too good a person, I can't ever see that. And she goes, no, I feel it in my bones, I'm always going to be alone. Even in a relationship, I go, why are you saying this? We're in a relationship together. And you'd be like, I just don't know, I just feel like I'm always going to be alone. But we're together, we're going to stay together, or you're not going anywhere. No, they've just got this feeling that they're always going to be alone. That on top of you're too much, and the other one is, I can't be enough for you. I can't give you what you need. These are in different ways of wording it. They came off a lot. So you basically, and even if I question why, sometimes it'll be like, you love cuddles and kisses and all that, and I just can't do that. In the beginning of the relationship, I couldn't pull her apart from me. It was, oh my God, are you coming over? I just want to cuddle tonight, and I just want to be on the couch with you. And then, months later, it was, I'm sitting over there on the couch, she's sitting over there on the couch, and she's on the phone, and I'm watching TV. And and if I sat close, I had about 5 minutes, and she'd be, oh, that's enough now. Bang, pull apart. So they start to feel, and I think this is the thinking point that starts to trigger them, and then they're going, you know what, I don't think I can do this. But there must be some self-analysis going on in their back of their mind, going, oh no, is this happening again? Maybe I need to change, because they seem to sort of fizz out of it a little bit and then come back to it a little bit. So this is where it gets a little bit difficult, and where I differ with the coaches, that you can't just pull away, because I found if I pulled away, the next thing that I got was, what's wrong? And then I'd be like, nothing. No, tell me what's wrong. And then if I brought anything up that was a little bit, I would call it maybe critical, going, well, I just want to get close and you seem to pull away all the time. I'd find it just boomerang and backfire on me big time. She had all the right words to be able to twist it and make out that I was in the wrong and I'm too much, and why am I so clingy, why am I so needy? Those things would come up all the time, so, especially the needy thing. You're too clingy, you're too needy. Even if it was anything else, or why do you need to if I brought up the posts, do you really need all this attention off guys? Why can't I have friends? I'm just doing this, my family sees it, I just want to keep them up to date. It's all, you're reading too much, your jealousy's too much, you're over the top, all that sort of stuff. And the word smothering came up a lot. You smother me too much. That was another thing that I got constantly through it. So these things didn't work, just pulling away and then being able to have them go, oh, okay, I'll come back to you. It's not as easy as what I've seen in other videos, where I think you find yourself in a no-win situation quite often, and doesn't matter what you do, the anxious person just keeps getting more anxious, and they just keep questioning the relationship, and till at some point, inevitably, I think it does fall apart. And this is where those orbiters come in, I think. And I've said this before, I said, if you're talking to any of these people about our relationship, they're always going to come off better, because they're just friends. They're not in the relationship with you, and they're always going to agree with you. So if you bring up, oh, he's too jealous, the other person's going to go, yeah, those jealous guys, they're no good. He's too needy. These needy guys, they're no good. They're always going to say something which is going to sabotage your relationship because they want you. They want to be together with you. So it'd be nothing more great for them that you go, hey, I'm broken up. Can we get to catch up for a coffee? And that's realistically in the back of their mind the whole time of what they actually want to happen. So they're going to always come off in the better light, and you're always going to come off in the worst light. And that's where it's not healthy. These micro cheating and emotional cheating situations, no matter what your attachment style is, they're always going to be dangerous for your relationship, especially with the avoidant, who seems to then afterwards in a relationship seems to take more judgment, more trust in strangers or so-called friends than you. I could say something and it would, and I mentioned in the other video, it had no validity. It like, no, where did you get that from? No, it doesn't sound right to me. Somebody else could say very similar or the same thing, and yep, no, that he said that, that's happening for sure. That's how it is. It's gospel to her now. No matter what you do, if you're in a relationship with an avoidant, love to hear the comments. I think you end up in a part of your time together where you just go, I can't do anything right. And we question ourselves, we blame ourselves, like I mentioned in previous videos. We seem to sort of be more critical on ourselves and still want to please them. It gets to a point where you just can't do that so much. I'll probably make separate videos on this, but something that's becoming obvious to me is once a breakup happens, because I want to do a video on the breakups and getting back together, I find that more avoidant males will go back to their female partners, exes, than if a female breaks up with a male. I think then the females are generally gone because of these orbiters and other things and other circumstances. I think females really move on and make a run for it. I don't see too many females coming back to their males, and I certainly don't see a good lasting record, even if they do after that. But like I said, I'll do another video on that specifically, but it's another hot topic out there. So no, I'm really enjoying the comments, and I'm learning a lot from that too, and I'm hoping you're learning something from my videos, or just getting some peace of mind from it more than anything else. I think that's what I was looking for. Somebody that you can connect with and go, yes, oh my God, that's exactly how I feel. And I'll continue doing what I'm doing, and yeah, love to hear from you also. Thanks so much for the support. See you later.